What's up, guys? It's Jeff Gobb. You're listening to City Wrestling Radio. Aloha.
What's going on, everybody? This is City Wrestling Radio, and this is Smack It, our weekly Smackdown Live recap and review show. I'm your host, Corey Smith, in the Diamond Studio with my co-host today, my Smack It silly Sally. I don't know. I was trying to think.
That's what they call me, Silly Sally, Michael Vergara.
How are you today, sir?
I'm okay. Smackdown. That was a show that happened.
Yeah, wow, you just
wrestling.
You're eager to talk about Smackdown.
Not really, but
how was your journey today? How was your coffee? You drinking coffee today?
No, I didn't. You drank coffee.
Oh, I'm drinking coffee.
You definitely sound like you drank coffee.
I always drink coffee.
Nothing wrong with it. Just letting you know.
Always but I always have an inner like ADHD kind of self. So they're also doing construction in my house right now.
Yeah, they're building a coffee machine as we speak.
Yeah, a new espresso bar in the Diamond Studio for the crew. You're welcome, by the way.
This is your podcast going to be a lot more crazy now.
Yeah, just all of us like hype. What was that show where like everyone just like got hyped out on caffeine and was like?
Was it on all that? Was it a skit where like it was a boy and a girl and then they just had like hopped up on caffeine?
No, it was like someone got like a Nescafe, but they were trying all the flavors, but they kept drinking it. Like,
this just sounds like every video on YouTube now.
Yeah. No, it was an actual TV show.
Oh, well.
Television on broadcast.
What is a television, Corey?
It's a box. It used to have a picture. I don't know. I don't fucking know what a TV is.
A light bulb that's transmitted through science and energy, and they make you watch professional wrestling.
They're pixels now, right? They're not light bulbs. LED.
I mean, there's lights involved. There's electronics.
Welcome to our new podcast, the Tickers, where we break apart every TV and electronic items and talk about it on air.
That was really the first name you thought of.
Yeah, because we'll
have a meeting about this.
Tick and Tinker. Ooh, that's better. Tick and Tinker.
Who's the Tinker?
You know what the Tinker is. That's me.
Okay.
I'm the Tinkerbell.
But this isn't Tick and Tinker.
No, this is not Tick and Tinker. This is Smack It. We're going to talk a little Smackdown Live last night. But before we get into that, guys, this is City Wrestling Radio, and you can find us all of our shows at soundcloud.com/City Wrestling Radio, also across a plethora of other fine podcast delivery applications, including iTunes, Google, Stitcher, CastBox, and many, many more. Guys, you should also follow us on YouTube because, we're like a hot new commodity on the YouTube market. You want to get on the ground floor. It's kind of like stock investing. You want to get on the ground floor. You want to be one of the first 100 people that says, I followed City Wrestling Radio. So guys, go on to YouTube, search up City Wrestling Radio, subscribe. I just put up a new video last night where I unboxed the pro wrestling crate we got for this month. So, by the way, do you want that shirt, Michael?
No.
Johnny Gargano?
Oh, wait, what?
Yeah. See? Exactly. You're not even paying attention to me. Talking about Johnny Gargano t-shirt. Do you want one?
Which one is it? Is it like
the one I got last night from the pro wrestling crate?
Is it just Johnny Wrestling?
It's a Johnny Wrestling shirt.
Is it Rebel Heart?
He's all heart.
Is it a double XL?
He's all heart. No, it's not. Wow. Thank you, Michael.
No, I'm asking because I'm a double XL.
Oh, I thought you were just like, is it a double XL?
Yeah, I'm assuming it's a double XL considering, how you look.
I mean, I'm a little.
We have the same shirt size.
I'm a thick little mama. But anyways, guys, follow us on social media at CWR415, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, because that's the best way to stay up to date with City Wrestling Radio. Whenever we post anything on, audio, video, YouTube, SoundCloud, we make sure to tell you guys on social media. But before we get into SmackDown, guys, we got some news to talk about.
As we always do.
I think we should start off with, what is it?
I'm trying to find my news, so you go first.
I think we'll start. Let's see. What did I have? The first news story I had today was...
Just found it.
Oh, Ricochet. No longer wrestling at upcoming Evolve shows following his WWE debut. I didn't even realize this. Just pulled from the Evolve show. So he was scheduled to wrestle in Melrose, Massachusetts, and Queens, New York, March 15th and 16th. But WWE superstar Ricochet was noted to debut on Monday Night Raw and SmackDown this week.
I think I just sang the Melrose Place theme song. Might not be.
I think this is like East Coast Melrose. They should do like an East Coast version of Melrose Place. I don't know.
It's called Gossip Girl.
Or
that's in New York, right?
Or Gilmore Girls.
That's in Connecticut?
Like Vermont?
New Haven? I don't know.
I don't think that place exists.
I don't think Gilmore Girls exist.
I mean, do you think it's like CGI?
Yeah, no, it was really ahead of its time.
But I guess They one of the bookers from Evolve went on to hit Twitter yesterday and says that a Velveteen Dream will be taking his place versus Orange Cassidy. It's happening at Evolve March 16th or March 15th in Melrose, Massachusetts, and his match on the 16th. And also Ricochet will still be at both events, for meet and greets.
Ooh.
So, I mean, good on him.
So he's not wrestling, but he's still going to be there?
Still going to be there, yeah.
Fucking wrestle. He's there. Why, is he injured?
Main roster.
I know. You think it's just in his contract, like, you can't do that. It's too cool.
Well, Vince isn't going to let anybody on the main roster go to any independent promotions. Like, do you ever think Seth Rollins can just show up at...
Yeah. 48 hours removed from this whole Ricochet business. Like, out of everybody, I think Aleister Black and Ricochet, no, it totally makes sense in their regard. They're probably kind of not doing anything for NXT right now. Well, not doing anything is a bit of a stretch, but
not true.
They're not in the middle of something.
Aleister Black has been talked about being brought to the main roster for a while.
For a very long time.
I mean, yeah.
That's what I always thought he'd be a sooner rather than later.
But you have two champions up there, so I mean.
Now that's where I feel like that's just where it was the biggest misfire. But I mean, I think you want to talk about it right now, like talk about the backstage hullabaloo that was going on Monday Night Raw.
It rolls right along. Let's keep the news rolling.
According to Dave Meltzer of the Wrestling Observer Radio, that's his theme song, the with Dave Meltzer. I'm just reading this off Squared Circle, so you guys probably read this already. Dave brought up tonight what the original Raw script. Actually, I'm going to say the user. His name is Ass458.
Yeah, the pristine journalism from Ass458
of listening to Wrestling Observer Radio, and while we regurgitate this content from them, but you know what? That's Wrestling Podcast.
Isn't that what do you call that? Everything. Never mind.
Yeah. Dave brought up tonight what the original Raw script was supposed to be and why the show was rewritten last minute. Bullet point 1, the show was supposed to be built around Seth. They had to change the whole show around because he's still not cleared. They thought he would be by now, but he's not. He should be ready soon, though. That's kind of surprising. Ronda was supposed to face Alexa in a squash because Seth was off the show. They needed a longer Ronda match and thought a longer Ronda Alexa match would have been not good.
Would have been detrimental to Alexa too, you know.
Of course, yeah. So they switched it to Ronda versus Ruby because they thought it would be a better match. Well, we all know how that worked out.
Well, that match was called on the fly too, pretty much. I mean, they had one day.
You could just book a match, just have it by
with
the numbers.
Ronda?
Yeah,
it's harder with Ronda, dude.
No, I feel like they've yet to figure out the equation. But I feel like they're getting there with how to book a Ronda Rousey match.
Yeah,
which is like 2 minutes long. It was supposed to be Finn versus Ricochet, which was my original prediction. Triple H apparently got that match changed because he thought it made no sense to give that much away now, and plus Ricochet would probably have to lose considering Balor just won the title, but no finish was decided. He didn't like the babyface versus babyface dynamic. He thought it would just be a good match for the sake of one, so he argued against it and got it changed. I agree.
Hey, these are my kids, all right, Vince. I'm sorry, I'm not going to let you do them like that.
And since considering it didn't happen, I felt like they agreed too.
He's like, you can have Heavy Machinery and Lacey Evans. I don't give a crap about them, but you're not hurting Gargano, Ciampa, and Black and Rico.
Yeah. He added later that Vince feels like the reason the ratings are down is that the shows lack stars, but that most of the guys on the roster are already too damaged to be built back up all the way. So they brought up these 4 NXT guys to push super hard right out of the gate and make them stars.
2 weeks later, they're too small.
I mean, that's all what needs to be said about that, honestly.
Yeah.
And there was also a PS on this. So Dave has clarified some points on his board. He says that Triple H didn't know that Vince was calling the 4 NXT guys up, and there was a communication issue between the two of them on the situation. That is my main takeaway from this entire Monday night. Like it's like imagine if Jose, I tell you that Jose and I do a podcast. No.
Yeah.
No. Okay, now I'm flubbing this analogy. I'm trying to think of a better one. Now we're just on dead air. Fuck it. This is super weird.
I mean, it happens.
No, I'm talking about the whole Triple H and Vince thing.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Vince being Vince, I mean, he's just eventually going to take control of what he owns.
Yeah.
And Triple H does not own NXT.
So
he runs NXT.
So you think he knew that the call-ups for NXT, he knew that this was just like this is only like the third, fourth best people he has, but yet Triple H says like, no, they're great. You can have them.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
that.
you could have EC3. Take him. It's fine. He.
Like
then-
Triple H.
And then all of a sudden Vince just gets pissed.
So and that's the thing. Vince asks somebody else, and he says, "What are your 4 best NXT guys?" Blah 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 blah. And then
Yeah.
like 2 weeks later, or no, I think it happened as early as Monday actually, the day of.
Cut back to like Wrestling Observer from 2 weeks ago. We got a question here from Vinny from Connecticut. Vinny asked, "Who are the 4 best NXT guys on the
It's
roster?"
an investor call, like good like Triple H.
Hi, my name's Vinny from Connecticut. Who are the 4 best guys on NXT?
My name is Nivy. Yeah, that'll do.
My name is Lince. No, it's definitely it's Vince, man. It's Vince being Vince. He's gonna do what he wants. He's gonna do what he wants, man. So
Damn it. God damn.
he's a McMahon, damn it.
But yeah, out of those, it's been the talk of the week of just like we're in the midst of WrestleMania card, which according to some reports out there, say there is no card.
well,
as of
there's
yet.
a card.
There is a card. Yeah, Seth Rollins, Brock Lesnar. Yes.
But Meltzer's noted saying it's not as filled as it always has been by this point.
Yeah.
Usually they have a distinct plan of what they're doing, but everything's kind of up in the air.
And apparently Vince was like super shook by the whole Undertaker Starcast thing. Like
Yeah.
he felt like he got like stabbed in the back or something.
It's his son, man.
It is quite a significant thing about Undertaker taking his first non-WWE signing.
Sorry, Vince. I got a Twitter now. I went on, blocked all the smarks, and then...
Don't be that vindictive, Corey.
I'm not vindictive. I'm saying the list of things that happened. Jiminy Christmas, Michael. And then he wanted to promote himself, and then he wanted to make $60,000 for one day.
No, he wanted to make $60,000 for 3 hours.
Do you think he's going to work more than 3 hours in one day?
If he has fun, like, hey guys, I'm gonna do another 3 hours.
And they're like, no, you're not.
No, come on, man. I got kids to feed. I'm Conrad Thompson.
Yeah, no. I feel like Undertaker's going to be that guy to, like, there's going to be, like, 5 people left in line, and, like, he's like, well, my time's up. See you guys later. Sorry. Gotta go.
Apparently, Bruce Pritchard. I mean, of course, Bruce Pritchard was the one who gave Conrad Thompson the phone number of Undertaker.
I mean,
I wonder what they think. I wonder how like Vince feels about Bruce Pritchard now, even though he no longer really works for that company anymore.
well, Vince is going to think that Starcast is directly linked to All Elite Wrestling, which it technically isn't.
I mean, you got the Conrad Thompson connection. You got like the elite people going there anyway. You got Jericho.
We got Ric Flair going there.
Yeah. I mean, Ric Flair does that all the time, though. That's a regular
Sting's
thing.
going there.
Of course.
And now
But it's
the
Undertaker.
Dead Man.
Using a picture of him like 11 years ago.
You know what he should have done? Just say, not go.
so
as
is Flair, by the way.
not go as the Undertaker, but go as Mean Mark Calloway from back in the old like Texas days when he was an amateur wrestler. Hi guys, I'm Mean Mark Calloway. You want a picture? It's $65. Because I don't want to pay more than $65 for a picture with Mean Mark Calloway. You want the Dead Man, okay? But one more guy that could be at Starcast, actually could be at Double or Nothing, is Todd Dilly himself, Todd Dillinger.
What happened, Corey?
Well, yesterday was his birthday, and he might have had some cake and ate it too, because
That's it.
No, he asked for his release from his WWE contract. He hit Twitter yesterday and actually let us all know because
Hit us with the Notes app.
yeah, he let us know. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna hit the Notes app, screenshot this. You know what? 2 screenshots because this note's too long. And yeah. Oh wow, Michael. Yeah, I know. It's disturbing.
Speaking of disturbing,
I know. Jiminy Christmas, they're crazy out there. But he hit Twitter saying, before rumors begin to spread, let me get things straight ahead of this time. This evening, I requested my release from WWE. In the past 5.5 years with them, I have seen and done some wonderful things that I am very proud of and will never, ever forget. I have met and have worked with some of the greatest talent on the earth, and the pleasure has been all of mine. Then he goes on to saying thank you to the locker room and everyone he's worked with. From the bottom of my heart, he's gonna miss everybody. Ty Dillinger yesterday on his 38th birthday requested his release.
Yeah, he requested it. I can see them not granting it.
He hasn't been granted it.
I can see them granting it like on a Monday because that's about if you do the math right,
1 day after.
Yeah.
No, he does. I think he has 5 days right now. I thought to get released to actually be able to be at Double or Nothing.
Yeah.
If he gets released within the next 5 days.
Today is Wednesday, Corey.
What?
Today is Wednesday.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
You're counting.
Right. Yeah. No, I know. No, it's crazy.
He asked for the release Tuesday, right?
Yeah, that was on his birthday. That was yesterday.
Yeah, so Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Well, I did the math this morning.
Yeah, but then like I'm counting Friday, and look at my hands. Look at my
5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, no, he's definitely not going to get released by then. I mean, he could hit Twitter and say that he's being mistreated or something. I don't know. At that point. Like, do you really want to get that make things that messy?
And do you really want to be this invested to this story? Because, like, as much as I toot the horn that is Ty Dillinger, what could he actually bring to the table anywhere else?
He asked to go back down to NXT.
I know,
just like the Revival did. And everyone was denied.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it's just that Ty Dillinger, he's an above average jobber, but he'll always at least be a jobber.
He's a mid card.
Yeah,
he's a mid card.
He's reliable, but then he's not someone who would move the needle per se. And I'm not saying that not everybody needs to be. Me saying that, maybe that's all he'll actually amount to.
Maybe he's gonna have it like he's gonna replay this for him, like in his head the entire time. And be like,
it's gonna be one of those desire videos,
Michael Vergara, like dun, dun, dun,
like when the Creed song comes on. I want my share of ups and downs.
There we go.
God, that was a video. That song was fucking everywhere when in the WWE.
My friend and me again. Yeah,
I think
Creed sucks. Let's go on to. I think someone's trying to call me. No, they're not. Let's go into our last piece of news, unless you have anything else, Michael.
Apparently, I'm just reading more of the Wrestling Observer Radio notes. The plan is they have the plan for 3 after Ronda leaves, or quote unquote leaves. They have right now the 3 pillars of the women's division are who, Corey?
Oh, I know what you're going to say, but I think what you're going to say is this was misstrued.
It's okay. 2 of them is obvious. The other is my fear. No, it's my biggest fear of all. This is
misstrued as someone about Meltzer or Alvarez saying this on air. But go ahead. I know what you're going to say.
No, I want you to guess. Oh, you already know?
I know what you're going to say, so I can guess it wrong if you want.
Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch, and Lacey Evans.
Yeah.
I was going to make a Lacey Evans joke again, but listen to the previous shows if you want to hear my Lacey Evans material.
Yeah, no, it's definitely one of those things. I think Meltzer went on and says, like, yeah, no, I think Vince sees him. Yeah, so everyone takes that. It would be
obvious. Like, you would think so. I mean, she's got a look. I mean,
Vince is really high on her.
I feel like we do a Meltzer impersonation every day. I mean, we do news, and he is
wrestling. It's a Meltdown with Dave Meltzer. I mean, he probably wouldn't sue.
Yeah, but that was it.
It's a parody of him, so, I mean,
I don't know.
He probably loves it. He probably loves hearing people do his voice and be like, yeah, I do sound like that. I mean, can you do Garrett Gonzalez?
Yeah, no, that was my Garrett Gonzalez impersonation.
You sound like a jackhammer in the kitchen. Okay, that's cool. But our last piece of news, guys, let's get into some real, stone cold, real American news, guys.
Gross. It is kind of American.
Chris Hemsworth.
Hemsworth, man.
Hems. Hames.
Why do you say it like that? It's Hemsworth.
Tomato. I'm sorry. I'm from a different place of the world than you.
There are movie trailers that say his name out loud, and it's Hemsworth.
Best known for his role as Thor in the Avengers series. Have you seen that movie, Thor?
Yeah.
Okay. I never saw Thor.
It's okay.
I saw the other movies. I saw Thor Ragnarok. That was really good.
I've never seen Thor Ragnarok. I should, though.
I never saw the first one, though. It looked like it sucked. But he's going to play Hulk Hogan in a biopic on Netflix.
Yeah.
That's weird, but kind of cool.
He kind of looks like him. Like a romanticized version of him.
Yeah. I mean, like, you know what, brother? You know who I want playing me, brother?
Oh, that Thor guy is the one with the blonde
Hemsworth.
hair. With the 24-inch pythons, brother.
I want Thor, brother. Yeah, I bet he said that, too. I said, I want Thor to play me. He didn't even know his name.
So according to Hollywood Reporter, let's just read it here. Chris Hemsworth is set to portray wrestling superstar Hulk Hogan in a biopic that reunites Todd Phillips with Scott Silver. the respective director and writer of the upcoming DC Comics movie, The Joker. I forgot they're doing that. John
The one that
Polano.
takes place in the 80s, right?
Yeah. Stronger will co-write the script with Silver. I have no idea who these guys are. Deals for the Hogan projects are in the midst of closing with Netflix. So it's an easier sell for me to watch this instead of do you think they saw Fighting with My Family and it's like, hey, this wrestling stuff.
Well, who's
This glow stuff.
You know who's scheduled, who's attached as a producer?
Who?
None other than former WCW head of, I don't know what his job was, Eric Bischoff.
Wait, really?
Yeah, Eric Bischoff is one of the producers along with Michael, was it Michael Sugar?
Michael Gary Capetta.
Michael Sugar? It's spelled Sugar. Todd Phillips and Bradley Cooper. So, yeah, Bradley Cooper is going to be one of the producers.
That was there. Yeah, go ahead.
Todd Phillips.
That's the Hangover guy. There was a rumor going around, where they were in talks of a Vince McMahon movie, and they wanted Bradley Cooper to play Vince McMahon.
I thought that was still happening.
Maybe. Do you think this is gonna? Do you think Bradley Cooper is gonna be in this Hulk Hogan movie as Vince McMahon?
Oh,
and is it gonna start this fucking
cinematic
universe? Is Samuel L. Jackson gonna show up?
WWECU?
Yeah.
Oh.
WWECU.
Oh, I love it.
It makes sense.
And then Vince gets to rewrite history. That's how Vince rewrites history right there.
Yeah, man.
He wants, that never happened. It's fine.
They had to move WrestleMania to the LA Coliseum, not because of low ticket sales, because we got so many death threats over the whole Sergeant Slaughter renouncing the country thing.
He's a Rocky.
Which was completely false, by the way, guys.
Yeah, he didn't. Yeah. People know. People are privy to it.
Privy to it.
Pervy and privy to it. God, Michael, I'm just saying they're privy to it. Pervy and privy. Anyways, let's keep it going. No more news. Let's keep it going with our SmackDown recap from last night. What do you think of SmackDown
Breaking
overall?
news. Look at this. Look at this mirror selfie of Steve Austin on Instagram. Did I ever tell you that there was?
He put a filter on that video.
One of them. Did I ever tell you the Instagram story where it's just Steve Austin's Instagram story where it's a selfie of him or a picture of him drinking beer, and he just put up a poll question that says, "Do you like beer?" 87% yes, 13% no.
What?
Do you like beer? Your name is Hugh Morris.
Wasn't there one recently where he was just dancing to a Backstreet Boys song or something?
No, it was Rick. It was Never Gonna Give You Up.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That was a long time ago, and he and for some reason he reposted it
recently. Yeah,
Steve Austin's weird now.
He's getting old. He's just he has to find stuff to do. He's
just bored. He's
bored
just taking
and drunk.
He's just taking pictures of vintage cars, and
he has no podcast now.
Is that really?
I didn't think he does the podcast anymore. That's the last thing I heard.
Come on, that dude makes too much money from that thing.
Oh, I mean, I don't know.
Okay, now
you look that up.
You look that up as you discuss SmackDown.
Well, I talk about SmackDown Live last night from New Orleans.
I'm heading back to New Orleans. Don't mind.
Yeah, Kid Rock playing all day long, and that song probably played during intermission for them.
Gonna suplex some Republicans. Calm down, AJ Styles.
That's really funny. Hey, Kid Rock, that's really funny.
Hey, Kid Rock, look at me. Look at me laughing at that joke. Huh? All them damn liberals.
That's
them
funny.
Muslims. What do you think, Lacey Evans?
Hey, I'm okay with them, but you know what? America's being threatened. Anyways, let's kick it off with SmackDown Live last night from New Orleans. Kicked off. What do you think of SmackDown overall, Michael?
It was better than Raw.
Definitely better than Raw. Kofi Kingston going to Fastlane to take on Daniel Bryan. The takeover continues, man. I mean, that's pretty cool. Everyone's still winning.
And see, look, Steve Austin interviewed the Patriot last week.
Oh,
no,
okay.
yesterday.
Wait, the Patriot?
Yeah, remember the Patriot? He had Kurt Angle's theme song?
Not Mr. America.
Yeah. Del Wilkes.
You know what, brother? I'm not Hulk Hogan. I swear.
And then there's a picture of him just shh, don't tell anyone. I'm actually Hulk Hogan, but that's between you and me, brother.
Yeah, so let's kick it off. SmackDown Live started last night. Shane McMahon comes out to the ring. Shane lets everyone know that the NXT guys are here and the takeover will continue tonight. Then the Miz comes out. He interrupts, but he feels really guilty. He says he comes out. He says he wants to admit to Shane McMahon and apologize to Shane McMahon that he's been using him not in the old-fashioned sense, but he knew that his story of his father would relate to Shane, and can bring him into being a tag team partner with him, because that's who you want to win a tag team titles with, and that's who you really want to go after as a partner, right?
Yeah, if this whole Miz McMahon rematch against the Usos doesn't work out, I don't think it's going to be the end of Shane McMahon's tag career. You know why? Because I'm willing to predict in next year's Mixed Match Challenge, you know who Shane McMahon's partner is going to be? I'm just going to say it. I'm just going to say I'm just going to say the team name, and you'll probably get an idea.
The
who
McMahons.
The Shayna O'Mac.
Oh, Shayna Baszler?
Shayna Baszler and Shayna O'Mac in the Mixed Match Challenge.
Why would that happen?
Because her name is Shayna.
Oh, okay. It sounds funny, but
that was literally like the.
I was hoping you were going to book it.
That was literally the only thing I was thinking about when you were recalling this segment.
No, but he's a shitty wrestler. I mean, what can I say? He's a better wrestler than I am. I mean, I don't know. It's just one of those things.
Hey, man, he's the best in the world. Don't say that.
I mean, I bet you 99% of wrestlers out there are better wrestlers than I am, because I've never had a day.
But then they keep on booking him against like ultra talented individuals. Like they're booking him against the Usos.
Remember, he did fight the Undertaker at WrestleMania.
He fought AJ Styles at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
That was his. Was that his first? No, that was Jericho was his first.
No,
but man.
What?
AJ Styles' first WrestMania opponent?
Oh yeah. That was after
in which
Y2
he lost.
Y2 AJ.
Oh god.
They made shirts literally, and then a week later they broke up.
Marks.
Yeah, I think that's great how WWE does that. Like, let's see how much money we can get off this real quick. But yeah, no, he comes out to the ring. Miz, he apologizes for using him. He says, Shane, I know there's no rematch clause, but if anyone can make a rematch happen, it's you. He gets the fans to chant rematch with him. Then out come the Usos. Whoa. Let's hold it on, guys. Whoa. They come out to the ring. They want to give them one more chance to call themselves the best tag team in the world, because, they're not. They lost their tag titles. I mean, what else can we say? The Usos are legitimately one of the best tag teams in the world, hailing out of San Francisco, California. I don't know. They come out to the ring. They also... oh,
shit.
What?
Oh, no, that's okay.
Oh, no, okay. Well, okay. He says...
I'll just say NXT tapings are going on right now.
Okay. They call Miz a wannabe A-lister who has C-lister skills. They told Shane McMahon they should find a new partner because Miz sucks, and that's basically what they kept saying. And then then Shane got coerced. He said, "You know what? What did he say? All right," he said something like, "All right, brother." Like again, he tries to get all sly 70s, all funkadactyl on him.
Okay.
I don't know. I hate when Shane tried to say anything kind of like,
you want to get down with the homie?
Yeah, pretty much. Something like that.
Fellow kid?
So he says, all right, the rematch is on, and it's going to happen. It's going to happen in Miz's hometown of Cleveland, Ohio. And that's when Miz announces that his father will be ringside. So they're really building.
That doesn't telegraph the finish at all.
Yeah,
huh?
Yeah. Miz's hometown. Who's turning on who?
It has to be Miz.
I mean, yeah.
Because he'd be like, you humiliated me in front of my family, my wife, my child, my unborn child.
Yeah, it makes the most sense.
It makes the most sense. So I see Shane actually turning.
And then Miz says, we're going to have this rematch because it's awesome. And then after he says that, he tries to say, Oos to the Usos, but he like flubs it up a little bit and sounds just like, yeah, Uso.
Maybe he was still trying to.
And the Usos start cracking up, walking back up the ramp too. Of
course, I would too.
Oh man, I love the Usos. They're great. Good people. They're
good folk.
Good folk. The Fatus are good folk.
Yeah.
Next up, we have this is actually a pretty damn good match. I thought Aleister Black versus Andrade. I'm not takeover levels, but
of course, these guys are aware that they're not wrestling a takeover. They're not. It's not the occasion to do so, even though. You got to make a good first impression, even though that first impression was kind of dwindled away the night prior. But
so Aleister Black versus Andrade. Andrade should really keep an eye on Zelina Vega in this match. I mean, who can really trust her?
Yeah,
in this
kind
match?
of. There was this tension in the air, man.
Yeah.
I can see something with Zelina Vega and Aleister Black.
Well, I did like how Aleister Black refused to look over at Zelina when they were coming out to the ring.
No, there was also a really funny part where just Aleister Black is just staring in the corner as Zelina Vega and Andrade do the entrance.
Yeah.
I mean, some say he's moody.
He's a moody little
He's
guy.
He's a moody Dutch boy.
Do you, Alistair?
What?
Do you want a mocha? Do you want a mochaccino from Starbucks on the way home from school?
I don't care.
I know you always like the orange mocha frappuccinos.
You know what? Like, okay, just get me a coffee. Do you know how I take it?
Can't you? You want coffee? What kind of coffee do you want?
I want it black.
See, this is what happens when you give our son coffee. Okay,
What did you say?
Well, it's not my fault. It's your fault. You're the one that
Mom
started on it. Well, you know what? Don't argue with me. It's
no.
just,
See, and this is why he's moody. This is the origin story of Alistair Black.
we just wrote
Thank
it right
you.
here.
Thank
He's
you.
he's
Thank
from
you.
a broken home.
Thank you. Thank
If
you.
anyone wants to draw that up for us, and we can just collaborate.
Literally
on
a
the
little
comic.
kid. Like he still has the tattoos.
Yeah, he's like 12 years old and just pissed.
All right, make sure you get the knuckles right.
That's when he finds his
because-
way into Hot Topic.
Yeah.
But let's go back to the match. The two go back and forth.
Have I ever said it on air how much of an actual fucking sweetheart Alistair Black is on Up Up Down Down?
I think so. I mean, I can't remember. I've never seen him.
Well, like so, just in case. Seriously, like
Do you
he
want
just
to play Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
he just comes off as like this absolute down to earth cool dude, and you would never expect a man looking like him to act this way. Like he said, like
I never really grew up rich, so
Oh,
I made it
yeah.
a deal. I made it a life goal in mine is that when I make money, I buy all the toys I couldn't get.
and like he's really into the Marvel movies, and Transformers. He's a giant nerd.
Yeah.
Really, and like it's really, it's like that's why Up Up Down Down. Like I give props to Xavier Woods for making
Dude,
a
they're
fuck
all
ton of
they're
money
all
on it.
nerds. Like everybody back there, and it's funny.
and
it's
people
all,
hate on that too. Like,
Yeah.
and I'm like, this, like, dude,
Even-
it's okay. What you'd rather have him take hard drugs and all this other stuff for the sake of quote unquote authenticity and protecting the business and all that other fucking faux fantasy bullshit that you have.
Actually, Alistair Black coming out tweaked out of his mind would be pretty interesting. All of them coming out. tweaked
No,
out
I
of-
feel like him.
it would be interesting. I would rather than be healthy.
He's probably straight edge, honestly.
Yeah.
Most likely.
Most
they're,
of
they're
them-
probably all straight
A
edge.
lot of the wrestlers nowadays are.
Yeah.
I mean, you're trying to compete on the next level, so
You
your
need to be-
body
you
is.
gotta have a clean bill of health.
your body is your product you're selling.
Not Randy Orton, though. I mean,
No,
I'm
he-
not putting him. No, I
Oh, he
actually-
smokes a lot of cigars. I thought.
Okay. Yes. Okay. All right then.
Well, no, that's what I thought. I saw pictures of that. Allegedly,
Big Show vapes.
Oh,
I mean, there's a lot of
Oh,
there's
yeah,
a lot
I've
of
seen
real estate
Big
going
Show
around.
kind of seems like an asshole. Outside,
What?
Like outside of.
Hey, Corey, I'll listen to you.
No, that is a terrible Big Show impersonation. It's Terry Funk right there.
I don't know.
Why do you think?
He's- or
Big
he
Show's
seems
an
very
asshole?
seems very blunt.
He's really into Destiny. How can he be
very
such an
blunt.
asshole?
Maybe that's what it is. Every interview I've heard him in, he just seems very blunt. Gargano and Ciampa are backstage. They're watching this match because they're from NXT too. Knee to Andrade's face. Andrade pushes Black to the outside of the ring. There was a really weird roll-up attempt to Andrade by Aleister Black at one point. It seems like they flubbed something up.
Nerves.
Meteora to Andrade. German with the bridge to Andrade, but the kick out. Massive boot to Black.
Massive boot to Black.
Double knees to Aleister Black. Then we get eventually the Black Mask to Andrade. The pin and the win. The winning streak continues for the moody Aleister Black.
Yeah, they will never be equal. A good showing. This is an infinitely superior match than the one he had with Elias the night
Oh,
prior.
even Tom Phillips, he says,
an even stronger Black.
well, he's
right
coming
here
out,
tonight.
let's cut to Monday night, Michael Cole, like we says, the dark, the moody.
They kind of toned it down a bit.
Well, they cut out the moody part from the video package where Michael Cole said that. But the really good thing Tom Phillips says, he goes, in this world, there is good and there's evil, and somewhere right in the middle is Aleister Black. And
it was like 20% less corny than.
it's a little corny, but it was
20% less.
Oh, it was dramatically. Then moody.
Yeah,
He's moody.
I'm never letting that go.
The hormonal, the moody Aleister Black. Like, I don't know, man. Next up, we have DIY
That's
backstage.
not the only thing that swings. Not his kicks aren't the only thing that swings.
Yeah, he's bipolar now too.
It's a.
No man is ever truly depressed.
That's true.
Hey man, I can say that. I have bipolar depression. It's a fun thing to deal with. Okay. Anyways, DIY backstage with Kayla. They say they're the future. In walks the bar. He says, what does this? Take your NXT superstar to work day? Ha 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 ha. I am Cesaro. You know me. Have you followed my coffee account on Instagram?
Yep.
Claudio's Cafe. Have
Yeah,
you
he's
followed
also
that?
really into MOBAs. I think he's really into League of Legends.
I'm gonna take my plan is tomorrow to take a picture of a really good latte art and then ruin it on camera and send it to him. Be like, yeah, and start a Twitter feud with him. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm gonna do. Anyways, Johnny says, we're not here to set the bar or to raise the bar. We're here to break the bar. That's when the bar laughs and walks away because they're the bar. Next up, we have Jeff Hardy backstage with AJ Styles and the New Day. And Kofi comes up. He says, I know we were enemies the other day, but we don't have an olive branch to extend. We have a pancake branch. So are the New Day going to break up? We're on New Day breakup watch.
I
think we're officially.
That's not gonna. I don't think that's gonna happen personally, but I thought.
I don't think so.
This is Kofi Kingston coming off like a very, very
big match and a big time for his career. Probably the biggest match he's ever had.
I sneezed.
Sancho.
He came off looking like Adonis Creed at the Elimination Chamber match, and I thought, I think now it's time to, kind of rein it in a little bit with the comedy, be a little bit more serious. Like, yeah, have like a little quip or two, but then like really realize the gravity of the situation. And I hope that's really the focus of this Fastlane match. Like this Fastlane match, like, because, we'll talk about it like later in the show, but then it's just that the whole pancake branch and then like these guys are just,
Francesca.
They got to take this seriously, man. They got to.
But Kofi needs to seem like have like a little fire under his ass.
Like there's a arrogant. There's confidence, and then there's just
arrogance,
naivety.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
is that a word?
Yeah.
Oh, I've never heard it before.
Naivete.
And next up we have the Bar versus DIY
and arrogance. That's correct too.
That's true. Yeah. The Bar versus DIY. Sheamus and Ciampa start the match. Slow start to the match. The DIY is playing face in this match with Ciampa playing face again. So DIY. They went on Twitter. Ciampa even went on Twitter saying, "We are DIY. We are NXT." DIY must be back together, man.
It goes in line with his character though. Is like how he always say, "I am the sports entertainer," like where he's very just like in your face pride, even though like you don't think that he's not exactly very genuine about it.
Yeah,
he's the.
Cesaro takes control of Gargano. Cesaro catches Ciampa from him flying into a cameraman at one point. Did you see that? To the outside. So, Ciampa almost hits a crossbody to Cesaro, but Cesaro had to catch him because he literally almost flew into a cameraman. Sheamus then crashed into Ciampa's ankle at one point when Ciampa tried to go for a sunset flip powerbomb, but he's okay because he came back later into the match. Did you see that spot?
Yeah.
With the way his knee bent back.
That was a super like I felt
that was a botch.
It was a botch, and then I just felt like
if Ciampa got injured right there,
that's what I'm saying.
God damn it!
Like this,
what's going on?
This would have been such a big fucking downer on his part. Like you just got called up in the main roster, and now you just re-fucked up your knee, which sidelined you for a year, and then But apparently he came back and he finished this match. And so far so good with him. Like he's on the NXT tapings, which are going on right now.
Gargano escaped to Cesaro. You keep saying that, but
I'm sorry.
We're not going to talk about it. Okay. Quit enticing them. Gargano gets their
B show Thursday.
Puts on
Friday.
We won't even talk about it then.
Yeah, probably.
We don't talk about spoilers on shows.
Okay.
Gargano. We'll talk about it off air. Gargano escaped to Cesaro, but Cesaro powers out. Backbreaker and a knee strike combo to Gargano by both members of the Bar. Irish curse backbreaker to Gargano. Super kick to Cesaro. And then we have a springboard roll up to Cesaro by Ciampa. And Ciampa gets the win on Cesaro.
Very, very good match between...
No one will survive.
Between four individuals who just knew... this is a match that I described with just everybody in this match, like barring the flub by Ciampa. Everybody knew what the fuck they were doing.
And that was Sheamus, so if you ranked everybody in this match, Sheamus probably rank on the bottom of all four of these men.
It's still he's still within good company. Like he's still very talented. He's still pretty cool.
Gargano, Cesaro, Ciampa, Sheamus.
And so I enjoyed this match a lot.
Wrestling skills,
I thought these guys so far in terms of NXT showings, they're 2 for 2 in terms of properly utilizing them to their strengths.
Yeah, it's
it really goes to show like SmackDown. They know how to, and it's really interesting because like you don't have, this is a 2-hour show, and I want to say about 80% of it is NXT guys. What does that mean for the guys who are, the middle of the class people?
Like that are already on?
Yeah.
Like I was thinking about that last night. There was no R-Truth. The United States champion.
Shinsuke Nakamura.
Rusev. Rusev is just listening to Nirvana's Unplugged album all day.
He says it's one of the greatest albums. The Unplugged by Nirvana is one of the greatest albums
ever.
ever.
Have you heard that album?
Yeah, it's great.
It's one of the best albums ever.
What else should I say? All apologies.
Yeah.
It's a good album.
It's a great
also, it's Kurt Cobain's birthday, by the way.
It is cool.
He would have been 52.
I was going to get there. No, I'm kidding. I wouldn't have wished him a happy birthday. But yeah, happy birthday, Kurt
Happy
Cobain.
birthday.
It's interesting to see what's going on in SmackDown because unless they're going to move some people to NXT,
or they're just going to keep on continuing this fucking ring around the rosy shit with the
pocket
NXT
full of
roster.
posies, and they might fall down. They might fall down.
Literally, man.
Literally.
Fucking hold that knee.
Next up, we have Asuka. She's in the ring. She cuts an in-ring promo. No one's ready for Asuka.
Fucking, I think it was
Kayla?
Dasha.
Kayla.
Pretty much asking, Asuka, she was pretty much just asking, are you afraid that you're going to be lost in the shuffle because no one's talking about you and we're all talking about Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch, and Ronda Rousey?
And Asuka says yes.
And we must remind
Yes, I do.
No, Asuka says, fuck you.
Yeah. She says no one's ready for Asuka.
She just pretty much said she doesn't want to talk about it because I fucking tapped out Becky Lynch in Royal Rumble. I beat Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch at TLC at
in
the same
front
time.
of Corey.
Yeah, and I'm like,
That's an accomplishment.
come on, man. That's exactly what she said. By the way,
She
listener.
said, "Come on, man." To Vince.
What the fuck, Kayla?
Vince
Get the
is like,
fuck out of here.
All right, Asuka, I see your point. You did say man, so all right.
Let's put in Mandy Rose.
Yeah. How come Fire and Desire? Mandy says she's ready for Asuka, so they're gonna have a match. Mandy Rose versus Asuka. Literally, we get one drop kick to Mandy Rose, and then.
Someone's backing up, and I'm backing up from this match.
Lacey Evans comes out to the ring, and she wants to walk. But the one good thing I liked about this is that there was
the fact that a homosexual person shooed her away and she left, which was Sonya Deville.
That was a weird way to put it, but yeah. I mean, I liked how Sonya Deville kind of.
She's apparently one of the rumors is that
she's
a raging homophobe.
Oh, Lacey Evans. Yeah. Oh, that's really good. Then I like that. I love that. That's like when Jake Atlas beat Sam Adonis at APW.
Well, that just excuses everything that Sam Adonis does now, does it?
Well,
he's a heel. He's
also relocated to Mexico City and does all of his work in CMLL. So that does say something about his character, about his personality.
His commitment.
Yeah, it really does. And he's kind of a nice guy. I've met him a couple times.
Isn't he the brother of
Corey
somebody?
Graves?
Yep.
Of somebody that I wonder. Let's see, where was I? Oh yeah. So Lacey Evans comes out. She walks down the ring, and Sonya Deville kind of shoos her away. I was hoping for Sonya Deville to get in her face, but no, it doesn't happen. Then Sonya Deville Russian leg sweep to Asuka. She tries to pin Asuka, but doesn't happen. Then we get a V trigger to Asuka on the outside. Release German to a Shining Wizard to Mandy Rose. But everyone stop because Rose's face is hurt. Guys, her face is hurt. Her face is hurt.
More specifically, her eye.
Ow, my eye, ow.
And then I remember when Byron Saxton says it's her eye, and then Corey Graves said, "The eye is part of her face." Shut up, Saxton.
Shut up, Saxton. And then she all of a sudden rolls up Asuka and pins Asuka. This is the one thing that's kind of pissing me off. Is Asuka supposed to be one of the top champions, like the top women's champion, one of the two top women's champion in WWE, but she loses to a roll up. Would Daniel Bryan lose to a roll up? Would Brock Lesnar lose to a roll up?
Did you not watch Raw 2 weeks ago for Corey?
What?
The fucking the gauntlet match?
What gauntlet match? Raw 2 weeks ago?
No, in SmackDown.
He didn't lose to a roll up. He hit the Trouble in Paradise on him and pinned him.
I mean, he still got pinned.
Yeah, no, that's fine. You can get pinned, but the roll up, it's such a weak pin to pin Asuka.
I know. I hated this finish.
Mandy Rose is a good wrestler. I won't take anything away from her.
She's okay. She's improving, but that still didn't make this match good.
Yeah. She's not like the best wrestler in the world, but she's a very competent wrestler.
Like, I get it. Like, Mandy Rose, she's very... I mean, okay, listen. If you were to tell me Mandy Rose or Lacey Evans, I will choose Mandy Rose.
Any day.
Any fucking day of the week. But as it stands right now...
You're not traditional.
What? Oh yeah.
Keep
See,
going.
I completely lost my train of thought there.
But if it was right now,
It's starting to tell me that this is going to be the Fastlane program, and I really think it's going to be Lacey Evans versus Asuka in WrestleMania.
yeah.
Which is completely unfortunate for Asuka's part. She'll probably win too, Lacey Evans. New Orleans is not a good place for Asuka.
No.
She lost at WrestleMania there, and she lost at SmackDown there.
That would be nice if they actually had some towns that were bad luck for people. Like they're like, oh, you're gonna lose in this town because that's where you always lose. I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's see, where was I? Charlotte, she's backstage with a new interviewer.
She's watching is like,
Some blonde lady.
some blonde lady talked to a blonde lady after a blonde lady beat up a non-blonde
Asuka.
lady.
Yeah. But with a blonde lady that came down to the ring to distract Asuka to help the other blonde lady win while the blonde lady was being interviewed by the blonde lady backstage and watching the blonde lady win.
Sarah Schreiber is her name, by the way.
Is that her name?
Yep, Sarah
Okay.
Schreiber. Yeah, she would do NXT. She would do backstage interviews for the NXT takeover shows.
Okay, nice.
So I'm guessing this is another call up. Oh my
Ooh.
god!
Ooh.
Just pile on these fucking things.
Man,
But
tell
no,
who we got
she's-
from NXT. Who's that blonde?
and I remember. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I remember she was the one who interviewed Kairi Sane when Kairi Sane found out she won the overall.
Dasha,
NXT.
you're gone.
When she interviewed Kairi Sane when she got her second award, and then Kairi
Oh,
Sane fucking
okay.
lost it. Like, are you sure?
Are you sure?
What do you
When she
think?
won Superstar of the Year.
It's like I think we need to get a dance, and she doesn't dance. She just cries, which is Oh, Kairi Sane,
Dance for your trophy, Kyrie.
Stay
Wow.
there, stay there. Kairi
Next
Sane.
up, we have Miz and Shane backstage. Miz thanks Shane for the rematch, and then Miz tells Shane that Mr. Miz will be at ringside for Fastlane. So they're really building up to lose. And then, yeah, Mr. Miz,
I'm doing the Mr. Miz face by
who
the way.
apparently has never told his son that he was proud of him or he loved him
Yeah, what a dick.
until like a couple weeks ago.
Until he won the tag team title. Nope. When he won against Randy Orton, when he cashed in the Money in the Bank to win for the WWE Championship. Nope.
Yeah, Miz, you know what? I think you
When
need
he,
to
made-
respect yourself some more and just say, you know what? I'm bigger than this father.
When he main evented WrestleMania and beat John Cena. Nope.
No, not at all. None of that. Not even when he signed a WWE contract when he was on the Real World.
God, what a dire WrestleMania.
What, this one coming up?
No, that particular one.
Which
I
one?
watched that too. That was like after a really big that was like when I was super not watching wrestling.
Yeah. Anyways,
Interesting time.
next up we have Ricochet versus, oh, they're back. Yeah, I'm back. Versus Eric Young. Who Eric Young, it was good to hear his voice again in the ring. Where you go, Ricochet?
I'm gonna pin you right here, right now. You gotta see here.
That's 2 days of us talking about Eric Young. That's a
That's a
record.
record.
That's a record here at City
That's
Wrestling
an
Radio.
record.
So back and forth between the two men. Flippy Ricochet shit. Wolf tries to distract Rico with German stuff. Then
Yep, my favorite move, the German stuff.
No, he tries to just yell some German stuff at Ricochet, and Ricochet kind of get back. Eric Young then takes over, standing shooting star press to Eric Young. Eric Young, I think, was busted open at a certain point, right? He was bleeding from the side of the head.
I saw that too.
Eric Young falls to the outside of the ring with a dropkick. Insecurity, Eric Young. 630 splash to Young. Ricochet gets the pin and the win because, hey, what else did you think was going to happen to Eric Young?
He'd win against Ricochet in a surprise finish.
I mean, and then get the mic and says, Sanity is back. Die, Dylan, die. Where are you, Ty?
Ooh.
Remember that?
Maybe that's why he asked for his release.
He's like, I wanted to be a part of Sanity, and what's the name? Fulton was here. What was that guy's name?
Fulton Sawyer.
Fulton Sawyer.
I
Was
know
here.
that because in last year's WWE game, he had an overall rating of 69.
Yeah. Wait, that's really low.
That's incredibly low.
That's like lower.
It's not
than,
as low as Arya Davari is now in 2K19.
Oh.
That's it's 68.
Next up, we have the New Day in Gorilla position, and Xavier says, this Kofi Kingston's reign to success didn't happen over 7 days. It happened over 11 years. And
He said Instagram didn't exist. Drake's Too Far Gone was only 1 year old, and the show Empire wasn't even on too, which they're trying to find ways to make that show interesting.
yeah, Biggie, you could tell Biggie when he said that he was kind of like, you could tell Biggie's like, I watch that show. He's like,
well,
they
no,
really are.
Well, no, do you hear what the hell's going on with that show?
No.
So apparently, I forgot his name, Justin Smollett. You didn't hear about the story where now detectives. Okay, so it was reported that one of the actors in the show Empire was beaten
On
up
Fox.
On Fox, he was beaten up to a pulp by a bunch of Trump supporters, and had MAGA written all over his face after he was beaten to a pulp. Let's say I don't know. I forget what city, but I'm just gonna say Chicago detectives are investigating it on whether or not it was an orchestrated attack by the victim himself to jumpstart his music career. Now this is all under investigation right now.
It's all allegedly.
I mean, it's just the fact that the reports are going out that they're actually investigating whether or not this was all bullshit. And the fact that New Day made a reference to that by saying they're trying to find ways to make that show interesting now, like I was like, New Day, you motherfuckers.
That's
Like,
why I don't think New Day will.
Y'all really had to bring that up, didn't you?
That's why I don't think they'll ever break up. I honestly think that
you just said in the beginning of the show, New Day watch, breakup watch. You said
no, we're on New Day breakup watch, but I don't think they ever will. We're still in breakup watch.
All right,
Because people are talking about them breaking up now.
Because you're trying to will it into existence by saying it's like the Streisand effect. The more you talk about it, the more likely it's going to happen.
It's not true. We talk about it, and
One week later. What did I say, Corey?
no, but no. Where was I? I don't know.
Well, they immediately spill into Biggie getting the microphone and doing the
Which I really thought was cool because we've never seen that before.
You get to see the inside look.
From gorilla position,
Yeah.
and it was a cord. It had a cord on the mic.
They made sure that Vince McMahon was not in the shot because he was probably
Right there, right there. I'm still writing the show.
Oh, is this the most times we've done a Vince McMahon impersonation?
No, back when I said beefy a couple weeks ago, I think I did like 26 times Noah.
Of course.
Beefy. There we go. But Kofi says this is all about hashtag Kofi Mania. And like I said, we actually get to see Big E do the intro. And then I love when they come out to the ring, Xavier Woods and Big E are kind of wearing trainer's gear. They have like water bottles attached to them with like a towel and everything for Kofi. Dude, they're just a band of brothers. I love it. Next up, we have Kevin Owens, the same video package we have for Monday night. I love the fake video distortion they add to this because what kind of phone does he have to make these fake video, like the distortion in the video?
It's called a. Fuck. I don't know.
What's the phone to start with an N? No, I almost said NASCAR.
Nokia.
Nokia, yeah. He's a Nokia.
Pretty good Nokia phone if it's
I know,
like,
taking
shoots like that.
But his kid's still a thief.
So they're showing the same movie theater thing, right?
Yeah.
No change.
No change, really?
No change, really? This gave you $20? It's really that expensive?
What movie do you think they were watching?
Into the Spider-Verse.
It's still in theaters.
I mean, in Canada.
Fighting with My Family, probably. You probably should have said that. Like,
We're watching Fighting with My Family, and I'm here with my family. I'm not fighting with them,
It'd be
but
funny.
I'm watching it.
If this was a complete swerve and he just comes back as a complete heel.
I think I suggested that yesterday, Corey.
No, I said it right now for the first time ever on the show. I'm kidding. No, you probably said it yesterday.
Go listen to the Raw review to see how wrong Corey is.
SoundCloud.com/City Wrestling Radio. Guys, our main event comes up next.
Oh, great. Yeah, it's because it's a 2-hour show. Fantastic.
Kofi Kingston, AJ Styles, and Jeff Hardy versus Daniel Bryan, Samoa Joe, and Randy. Did you see? Did they really put Jason Momoa on, or Jason? What's his last name?
Jason Momoa.
Yeah. Oh, good. I got it right. On the box of Samoas for the Girl Scouts.
That would have been good.
I heard
that
about
sounds
that.
awesome.
I heard something like that, but I bought.
I mean,
I
they're
bought a box of Samoas.
they're selling Girl Scout cookies right across the street from your place.
I'll be right back. No, I was like, well, they should put Samoa Joe on there.
Jason, Samoa.
Samoa's Joe.
Yeah.
Joe.
No, I mean
Samoa's.
that was the Edge and Christian segment.
Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Remember where he sold Girl Scout cookies?
I still think it's kind of messed up that they blurred out the bullet. Oh, well, no, I guess they could have got sued. Do you think they could have got sued for that? No. You can't get. I don't know.
Fair use.
Anyways, 6-man tag match. Playa. Let's see who Brian. Then he says none of these men are going to be in the ring. Are going to face him at Fastlane because he's beat them all in the Elimination Chamber, and he's going to be the WWE champion forever because he's the people's or the planet's champion, and you people need him. So Joe and Coffee start the match. It was actually Kofi.
Joe
Kingston.
Coffey?
Yeah, Joe Coffey started the match.
Another NXT call up. Wow.
Kofi Kingston and Daniel Bryan actually started the match, but Daniel Bryan tagged out real quickly to Samoa Joe.
Oh.
Springboard dropkick to Samoa Joe. And then apparently Randy Orton, who for some reason my notes changed to Morton. Morton gives Kofi Kingston a backdrop to the announcer's table.
Ricky Morton of the Midnight Express.
No, it's Randy Morton. Another side slam to Kofi Kingston on the announce table. So two of them. Orton then goes for the shoulder. God damn, hold on, let me rephrase that. Orton then tries to attack Kofi Kingston, but Kofi Kingston sidesteps him and hits his shoulder into the ring post. We have a twist of fate to Samoa Joe, LaBelle lock to AJ, rope break, missile drop to Daniel Bryan by Kofi Kingston, and then we get the famous butt drop to Daniel Bryan and Eric Rowan. You know, Kofi Kingston's butt drop from the air? That's technically a senton, right? A falling senton?
Butt drop.
You know, it's trust fall?
He calls it the trust fall.
Oh, okay.
Which is an actual literal term because he has no idea where he's going with that, so they better catch him. He better trust those guys.
Trouble in Paradise to Daniel Bryan, and guess what happens when he hits the Trouble in Paradise? He pins
Daniel
him.
Bryan. Oh,
He pins him.
didn't even let me answer the question.
Well, you know what? You saw what happened.
Actually, didn't. I didn't watch the show at all, Corey. I
Yes,
was
you
just
did.
faking it.
Yeah, no. So it's just like he can do that at Fastlane. He can't get the pin, but okay.
It was a tag match, dude. There were other people involved, and
It was all the same people that were involved in the 6-man match at Elimination Chamber.
yeah, but then they weren't against him; they were for him
Wait, what?
in the tag match.
Oh, but he was more weak in this match than he was in the Elimination Chamber.
But then he has more strength with Joe and Jordan.
yeah,
Jordan.
You're agreeing with me.
What are you trying to say?
Is that why last week Kofi Kingston could hit the Trouble in Paradise on Daniel Bryan, pin him, and win?
Because he was
This
a third
week-
entrant, dude.
This
like,
week he could do the
gets
same
tired.
thing, and then but Elimination Chamber.
He has renewed confidence. You knew how far he went with that
Okay.
Elimination Chamber match. He's like, I'm gonna do this now.
Okay.
I'm gonna here right now.
After the match, though, Shane McMahon does come out down the ring, and he says to announce Daniel Bryan's opponent for Fastlane, and it's going to be
With this pause, and then everybody, this is what happens when you give the fans that they want. They chant Kofi, and then at 8 o'clock, at 8:01, they were fucking late on this one. Shane McMahon, he just pauses, and I bet you there was like, damn it, Shane, fucking say it. We're going to get overrun here. Cause, yeah. And he says, it'd be so funny if they just go straight to Temptation Island if he says it. He says, Kofi Kingston. The place goes wild. And now it's going to be, and the announcers were too. They put it over. It's like, oh.
They said Kofi Kingston's going to welcome to Temptation Island.
Yeah, that's your Fastlane main event. Hopefully, it's your main event. I mean, you never know. It could be a Ronda match. But I'm looking
SmackDown
forward
Live.
to it. Looking forward to that Kofi Kingston match. I want my ideal outcome from as of right now, as of this week, might be different in our prediction addiction. Is that Luke Harper will return and just force a DQ. It's a fucked finish, and that's an unfortunate thing.
Yeah.
But then it would also justify a
six-man.
rematch. No, not a 6-man, a rematch.
Well, it was 6-man on SmackDown.
Or 6-man on WrestleMania. Freebird rules.
Freebird rules for the title.
No, just Kofi and Bryan for a rematch at WrestleMania. Wow, with Bludgeon Brothers. With Bludgeon Brothers on his side, and on Bryan's side, and New Day on his side.
You mean the Bad Brothers? The
Which
Chill Bros?
is going to be unfortunate because it's also going to confirm my fears that this will probably be like a 10-minute comedy match where my phone drops on the floor and I can't pick it up because I'm too busy at this podcast.
It's okay. But it's interesting to see what's going to happen with that. I don't know if if Harper's going to shine. Apparently right now Daniel Bryan is going to defend his title against somebody who's not on the active roster right now at Mania.
It's Kevin Owens.
Yeah, probably Kevin Owens or Bray Wyatt.
Yeah, I mean,
hey man, I love
it's
that
weird.
too, but
I mean, they can do it. They can do it. If they try hard enough, yeah, you can will that into existence, and I won't be too against it. But this is Kofi's time, man. It really is, and it's what people want, and I hope people continue to cheer, and I hope it's like it actually legitimizes this like fairy tale underdog story that I want so badly.
Hashtag Kofi Mania.
It is literal. Daniel Bryan is the utter definition of living long enough to see yourself become the villain. To quote Harvey Dent,
He's the villain.
Marty Scurll.
Yeah.
That's who. That's. I wonder if they had to have at least tried to get him at least, right?
WWE?
Yeah.
His contract does not end for another 5 months. He's probably going to AEW.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, man. That was SmackDown Live. So before, let's go next up to 205 Live real quick. Results from the show. Last night we have the announcement of a tournament for Buddy Murphy's title at WrestleMania. 8 superstars are going to compete in it, and it's going to start next week.
Yay!
Our first match, Humberto Carrillo versus TJP.
Humberto.
Gulak and Gallagher come down to the ring at a certain point in the match.
Gulakiger.
Gulakiger, the
I'm so glad I don't have to fucking take notes for this show anymore.
springboard splash to Gallagher. I barely took notes. Pin Humberto Carrillo pins. Oh, sorry. He pins TJP. I don't know why I said Gallagher. He pins TJP. After the match, Gulak and Gallagher get in the ring and walk right up to Humberto Carrillo and stop holding stuff up in my face.
I'm singing the song already.
Yeah, I know, baby. I'll talk about it later. We'll talk about it later, baby. Listen. Oh, God, I got to stop now. After the match, Drew Gulak and Jack Gallagher get in the ring, corner Humberto Carrillo, and celebrate with him.
Yay!
Hold him up in the air and say, this is your moment. So Humberto was a little taken back by that. Next up, we have Daivari versus Johnny Lyons. Okay, Michael, we're doing a show here, okay?
Sorry. Well, guys, sorry.
Johnny Lyons versus Daivari. Have you seen this Johnny Lyons before? Oh my God, he's incredible.
Does he have loins?
No, it's spelled like loins. Though. Remember that restaurant, Loins or
I have
Lions?
no idea what you're talking about.
Anyways, Daivari versus Johnny Lyons.
Is it a meat restaurant?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Hammerlock lariat to Loins. Then we have a modified $1 Million Dream to Loins and the submission victory.
$1 Million Dream, huh?
Yeah.
Not a crossface chicken wing. It's just
No,
$1 Million Dream.
No, that's they were calling it $1 Million Dream the other night. So
Okay.
I'm gonna go with it.
All right, Vic.
Next up, we have the main event: Mike Kanellis versus Cedric Alexander. They actually went a good 25 minutes, man, or 20 minutes. Match was pretty good, back and forth. But the finish of the match, of course, Cedric Alexander. He continues his. I love his new tights, by the way. They're a little bit more bright. They have some color to it, some green, and yeah.
It's always a good thing.
And let's see.
Oh, Cedric Alexander. What? He's kind of doing. He's kind of just.
Well, we'll see what happens. He's going to NXT.
Just there. He's kind of just there.
He would be great on NXT. He would be great.
Yeah. No, he would be great anywhere else, dude.
And next, we have the first round matches announced for next week for the tournament: Kalisto versus Tony Nese and Drew Gulak versus Brian Kendrick. So that'll be fun. That was 205 Live.
All right.
Yeah, I'm not going to take extensive notes. I'm just going to list what happened. But before we get out of here, guys, there's a couple of birthday wishes we'd like to wish out. And I think, Michael, you have an official birthday wish you'd like to give out, right? Oh, you want me to say it? I don't know how old he is. Or, no, he's passed away. I know. How old would he have been?
He's still alive, Corey.
Who? Are you talking about Bertha Faye? Oh.
Inoki.
How old is he then today, Michael?
He is
See, this is
7.
all the research I do on birthdays. I want, you got to bring your game, bring the A game. But first off, celebrating their 42nd birthday today.
He is okay. Well, I might as well just say it out loud because I just got the birth date right now. It's Antonio Inoki, founder of New Japan Pro Wrestling in 1972. He is 76 years old, born February 20th, 1943 in Yokohama, Japan. Inoki Bumaye, most known for his fight against Muhammad Ali, some might say is the birth of mixed martial arts as we know it today. And
an unofficial WWF champion.
Unofficial WWF champion and wrestled Ric Flair in front of 900,000 people
in North Korea.
North Korea with a yeah. Seriously,
That got me thinking.
it's just wrestling.
Show and tell.
I kind of don't want to. I mean, it's okay. I don't really want to watch the match, but then I remember seeing the YouTube video of behind the scenes of all the wrestlers going to North Korea. Could be interesting. Yeah, no, that's actually not a bad idea.
Also born in 1977, turning 42 years old today, Gail Kim. Happy birthday, Gail Kim. Turning 34 years old today, born in 1985.
While they're too busy eating defeat, you eat cake.
Yeah. There you go. Killian Dane turning 34 years old today. Tomorrow, the 21st of February, we have a few birthdays, and then someone we're going to remember. First off, we'd like to wish Tommy Mercer a happy birthday. He was Mercer. He was Crimson in TNA. You remember Crimson?
Oh, God, yes. He sucked.
Tyrus, Brutus Clay.
He sucks, too.
Turning 46 years old.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wait, are we?
Yeah, can you double check that for me, please?
Wait, I was going to say, is it Funkasaurus Rex?
Yeah, born in 1973, right? That would be 46 years old.
That's kind of incredible.
That's Carlito turning 40 years old today, born in 1979.
That's inconsiderate.
Hey, I spit in the face of people who want to be good.
1973. He's 45 years old. He's
46 tomorrow.
Okay. Oh, we're going. Okay.
Yeah, tomorrow. We're not on a show tomorrow. And today we would also like to remember the former women's wrestler in WWE and All Japan Pro Wrestling, Bertha Faye. She passed away in 2001. She would have been 58 years old today. She debuted in 1979 in All Japan Pro Wrestling. Was in the WWE Women's Division, mostly as a kind of comedy act with Harvey Whippleman.
Her comedy was that she was big boned.
Yeah. WCW, she competed in for the Cruiserweight title and for the Hardcore title. And she passed away in 2001 due to a heart attack. So we'd like to remember Bertha Faye today. So happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Bertha Faye.
Yeah. Guys, Michael?
My throat hurts. So
that's a personal problem. That's not me, okay?
So much podcasting. Okay. Also, the wind just got me I'm sort of developing a cold now.
Okay, yeah, you got to leave now. Okay, guys, for City Wrestling Radio, for KCSF, for me, Corey Smith, I'm the world-renowned Corey Smith.
And I'm Michael Vergara. We're going to be at the B Show, and who the fuck knows what's going to happen that day.
Well, we know what's going to happen tonight. Yeah, watch NXT.
Because they're going to do the announcement. It's like, NXT is canceled.
Oh, I just figured it out. Okay, we'll see you on the B Show, guys. Have a wonderful night. Have a great Thursday, and we'll see you later. Bye.
Run in the Goblins. Bye.